So this session we are going to see how your values will be posted to your finance. So basically when you created a sales order, okay, and after that you are creating the delivery, after that you are creating the bill. This is how the steps you follows. Sometimes you create the what I would say quotation and inquiry also. Whatever the place you starts at your SD side, finally you will end up with your billing for all your SD transactions. So in the similar way, if you do the returns, again you will end up with returns credit memo for returns. So RE is the document type. Returns delivery will be there. If you go for manual credit memo, you don't have delivery, but you will have billing. Again, your ends with billing. If you created a debit memo, something you need to collect from your customer, such cases also you are creating the bill. So whatever the bill you have created, F2, if you wanted to cancel, use the S1 is the cancellation procedure. That means this is also one kind of billing document type you are creating. Whatever the your bills you are creating at your SD side for your values, there are certain entries will be posted like credit and debit. So all these credit and debit entries, when you do it finance side, those will be reversed. Those amounts will be reversed. Whatever the amount is credited, that will be reversed, and whatever the debit entry is there, that also will be reversed once you get a settle down. So that means when you do the cancellation, your entries will be changed. When you do the returns, your entries will be changed. When you create a debit memo, you will have different kind of entries. And when you do the credit memo, you will have different kind of entries. When you do the cancellation, you will have different kind of entries. How these entries got adjusted automatically? How these entries will be posted to finance for your FI automatically? So that posting will happen through there is something called accounting document. You can see the term itself says accounting document. So with your bill parallelly one more document will be created to post values to your finance. So for creating this accounting document, we have to do certain determination, the certain integration between your SD versus FI is called account determination. So then when I create when I sold 100 euros, so this is my revenue to the company. From customer I can collect it. So whatever the discount I am giving, another 20 euros, that I need to be deducted. So this is debit for company. So at the same time, on behalf of government, I'm collecting 10% tax. That means another 10 euros on 100 euros revenue on net value. Either uh, tax tax should be calculated. What we talk about, we have seen MWST. That also need to be posted at to your finance level to certain GL account. So all these values will be stored in finance in the form of the GL account. What is this GL account? GL account means general ledger account. This is accounting terminology. So when I say for my revenue, it will be posted a certain GL account. When I say my discount, it will be posted into certain GL account. Like tax, it will be posted into certain GL account. But the revenue side, whatever the values we have generally in pricing, we have revenue as your base price. And if you see base price condition type, like that, if you have a discount That means deduction. Discounts will be in the form of discounts. Okay. At the same time, freight, freight charges. So that will be like, freight condition type. So your tax revenue will be like tax condition types. In the similar manner, you will have if any surcharges or special requirements, whatever you have. So these values, your finance side, it is very difficult to maintain manually each document wise. If you take certain companies in a month for certain sales organization, they will generate maybe 10,000 invoices. Everything should be everything should be, if you say manual, it is like laborious process. I don't require the package like SAP. So for this integration and for posting these values automatically without manual intervention, we are using the concept called account determination. That means whatever the condition types you have for different purposes, against to those condition types, those values will be posted to your GL accounts. So then why we have this revenue account determination? So simply not to talk about your finance. Basically, your entries will be changed. Your credit and debit entries will be changed at finance level based on posting key. So now I'm talking about a new term called posting key. Posting key means I will show you on SAP system uh, how exactly it will be used. Through posting key is the reason whatever the GL account we are using in our account determination, our values will be posted. Sometimes whatever the values I am posted, those values for this GL account, sometimes if I cancel it, it will be reversed the entries. If I do the returns for certain quantity, then these entries need to be reversed. Everything will be automatically get adjusted. So that's why this is one of the key important concept called account determination, which actually integrates two pioneer modules like your SD and FI. So now let's try to understand how the account determination works for certain billing document types. Like if you see F2 is for your regular billing. Like if you see F5, why we don't have account determination, order related and delivery related performance invoice, why we have account determination for returns, and why we have account determination for your credit memo, why we have account determination for your debit memo. So why we have account determination even for your rebate level billing document types, and what is this, how this cancellation document will be used against your accounting entries. So these are the things we are going to see in another few minutes. This is all about, your theoretical brief. That means whatever the revenue is there, that will be stored in the form of pricing condition in your pricing procedure level. That's what we have learned. Now for this revenue, you are getting to the company when customer buy a stock from you against the inventory value what they bought it. So for company, that revenue will be posted in certain GL account. Like for example, if you take this, how the value will be posted with the help of the posting key, and what is the account key. Like in pricing procedure, we had a brief discussion about ERL. This is the one of the key field out of 16 fields in a account determination procedure, and ERS is the standard accounting key, which this account key is specifically used to post the values to GL account from your SD to finance by using condition technique called account determination. Now we'll try to understand how the concept works in SAP now. Now let's try to create one sales order now, and after that I will show you the how the bill will be created. Some existing setup will be there for account determination, but I will show you where the accounting document will be generated. So let's try to deliver this. Okay, let's try to put some date for your delivery. So I think we have the same block at your schedule lines level past few days. Let's try to take this one up. Now do the delivery. So minimum quantity also we have set yesterday. So let's try to increase the quantity for some 20. So let's try to deliver now. I think it will deliver now after our conditions. Now let's pick the quantity. So post it. Now we are trying to create the bill now by using VF01. So let's check. Sometimes our hands will be faster than SAP. So our goods movement status, we got it. Okay. So then see, let's try to create the bill now. So now the bill got created. So now if you see here, like your sales document only, you will have a header and item level. So let me try to save this one. When it is got saved, no accounting document got generated. Let's try to put it VF02. This is the place where if you'd like to manually release. So some field for certain GL account, business area is required for this GL account. I think somewhere some people have changed, configuration. That's why it is throwing similar kind of error. But if you see here, so the business area is the interface to financial accounting initial value that should be required for one CHM. So the posting for the posting key 40. So that we are just trying to correct this error. But before that, you try to understand this. This is the place where you can able to see if any accounting document is got generated. Now, as of now, the accounting document is not generated because we found some issue. Okay. So once accounting document is generated, that we are going to see here. So now let's try to get into the configuration for account determination, and in parallel we'll try to correct that error. Okay. Now let's check where we have that configuration. Let's go to the sales and distribution, go to the basic functions, and if you come here, account assignment and costing, you just click this. There is something called revenue account determination. This is the place where we have to do our configuration. This is also based on condition technique only, based on other concepts what we have seen after pricing, like material listing and exclusion, free goods. And if you talk about now revenue account determination, most of the times our system follows the same technique only. So I'm just trying to click the first configuration, like a check master data relevant for account assignment. So when you are saying for which materials your values posting to your GL accounts, okay, that you have to identify for which materials you required. So like, for all your goods in standard, it's saying trading goods. If you see services, if you'd like to post to in a different account determination, then you can use for your service orders and service bills. So like that, if finished goods, like, whatever the suppose if you are sending through stock through big cards, then whatever the empty boxes that should be returned from your customer side, such cases also you will have different account determination, like with uh, with the package you are selling or else packing, it need to be returned. So in the same way, so gift card, like fees, Okay, so different kind of entries will be there. So this trading goods, I can say, like, regular trading goods or else premium trading goods. Okay, so you can always have a choice, like, how you would like to post the values to your GL accounts. As of now, this whatever the trading goods is there, I'm just trying to create. So assume that I have a different account determination. As I said that C1, it is a 2-digit code for my materials. I'm just identifying my materials for my revenue postings. One is for completely for my chocolates. Uh, I have a different way of determination. And C2, if you go for, this is for my milk products. So this is something called, generally we use it for others, like that. If all my materials, I'm just grouping based on the chocolates, different kind of chocobars or chocolate brands which I sell, that should be required revenue account determination separately, and milk products I required account determination separately. And if I have any other than these two products, I need a different revenue account determination. If you want it, I can always able to separate it based on my revenues. Okay, at a material level. So where is this indicator? We'll get into that. I will show you. So this is the link actually. So for your material, you would like to post uh, to finance certain values, this is the link. If you don't assign for this particular material, your system will throw an error. Okay, that we are going to see. Now let's check customers. All my domestic revenues and foreign revenues, if you would like to separate it, I can do it. So I can say C1 is for my domestic revenues and C2 is for foreign revenues, like export revenues. So I can separate it. This is one of the requirement. In the similar way, your customers say that, all distributors will be posted to certain GL account. All wholesalers and retailers will be posted to certain GL account. Generally, we don't have such kind of customer group level classification. But if any certain requirement insists at your customer side, you can able to do separate account assignment group for your customer, and you can try to group for your values posting to finance as a separate groups within the customer base what you have for your company. So let's try to check where we can assign this one. Okay, so that I will show you, or else let's try to get into that. We'll just go to one customer, just go to the sales area data and billing documents. This is the place where you are assigning. So here it is showing domestic revenues. So for domestic, we have defined our own way. So I'm just changing. C1 is domestic. So in the similar way, if you find any customer, maybe from let's check this sales area, it might be there. So this customer is not defined. Let's try to check this one. What are the customer sales areas? Okay. So if I take this customer, anyhow, it is marked for deletion. That's what it is showing. So that won't stop you to not to assign account assignment group. Assume that he is a export customer. Such cases we have to assign C2. Probably you can find all German customers as a domestic customers. Other than like this customer is from India, so it's a foreign for Germany. Then you can try to assign your export GL account determination for this customer. So just once try to understand, get into the billing document level, account assignment group. That means for this customer, if you are using chocolate or milk product, so how your values will be posted, that's what you are giving intelligence to the SAP system. So based on your GL accounts, what you got from your finance. Okay. This is account assignment category at a customer level. Now let's try to check material. So if you take 200 is the material. So this is Chocobar. Then let's go to the sales org one, and after that you have org2. You see account assignment group for your domestic. So what we have defined for chocolates, I'm choosing C1. Like this, you can always have a scope. You can able to try to separate your revenues based on your material groups and your customer based requirements. Let me try to save this. Now let's try to go to the transaction SPRO, and we'll get back to our configuration that is there in basic functions and account assignment and costing and revenue accounts. Now we have done first configuration. Now let's try to check and define dependencies for revenue account determination. From here onwards, certain few steps it follows your condition technique, like how you define condition tables and access sequence, and after that the condition types assigning to your procedure what you have defined. Like that it goes on. So now if you see, you have a certain condition tables will be there. So before creating, let's try to check whatever the existing tables are there. So if you see, for example, if I take this, what are the very less fields will be there. For postings, you don't require more fields. So for whatever the structure we have, technically, if you talk about that, if you found any customer requirements, so like sales organization, account assignment group for your customer. Okay, let's select this and try to check the field attributes. So this one is for material, KTGRM, if it account assignment group for material. So if you select this is for KTGRD. D means it is for your customer. So what are the combinations you want? Based on your requirement, you can able to choose this one for your customer. So next, it is simple. It's like a condition type. If you want, you can take it. Generally, we don't take this combination. So what we can take, sales organization, distribution channel, and what I would say, account assignment group for your customer and material, and accounting key. This is more important. If you don't have account key, like ERL, ERS, what we have defined in our pricing procedure, you cannot able to post the value. That is like your account key is like a bridge between your SD side and FI side to post the values to your GL accounts. See, it is simple. You know the GL accounts from finance side. You know the values from your procedure at the time of creating bill from pricing procedure. These values against these condition types, if you would like to post to your GL account, your account key is the link in your account determination procedure. That's why this is one of the key factor. So if you check 001 table, you have account assignment groups and sales organization, distribution channel is not there. Okay, but you have account key minimum, and let's try to check any other field, any other table. So you take this for general assume. So here he has taken on a sales organization. So like that, you can always able to choose your own requirements. If you want it, you can add fields to your field catalog, and you can able to determine for your account determination. For example, in one of my projects, I got a couple of fields like outlet type and outlet subtype. So outlet type means for your whatever the customer database is there, right? That it is got divided into certain group. Outlet subtype is means further classification. For example, outlet type, if I say uh, medical, within that medical, I have different kind of wholesaler medical stores will be there, general medical stores will be there, and hospitals will be there. It all depends on my requirement. That my customer is that is my customer requirement, that's why I have chosen that. Fields will be added to your account determination structure with the help of your technical developer, so that those fields will be defined for certain use. For GL account posting also we have used, that's why we have added to those fields in our field catalog. So after adding to the field catalog, like how we are going to choose for our pricing level key combination for accounting side also, you can able to choose your accounting key combinations. So let's check the standard here. So you can able to define your own requirements, like some people have defined like starting from 500, right? So let's choose some table here. Maybe I can choose 505. So it is not defined. Now let's go to the create mode, define this table. Let me take sales organization and distribution channel. Why I am taking distribution channel? Because I have two kind of customers will be there, wholesalers and retailers. For them I just wanted to post separately for my GL account determination, so that I can take the distribution channel. Now let's check account assignment group for customer first. So this is for material, then I am choosing for my customer, and after that materials I am choosing, and I am just choosing my accounting key. This is all about my own table. If you don't require it, then you don't define, you can use existing standard table also. Okay, now my table got generated, C505. So if you see, I told you, right, allowed fields for your tables, like how we have pricing. If any new field is there, you can able to add here with the new entries. After your technical person got defined, then it will be added to your header level and item level of accounting structure, that will be taken care by your technical people. Any account determination, or if you go for listing and or exclusion also, you can always have a choice, like you try to define your own fields and adding to field catalog. For determination, it will be added to the relevant structures, then it will be useful for to use to create your requirements in the form of the tables actually. So 505 we have defined. Now try to create the access sequence for searching. So let's create. So KOFI, you just try to understand. You have couple of, you just live about this one. You try to understand. This is the for your finance posting. If you see accesses, these are the tables got placed requirements. So like you can able to define n number of. Let me create COFI, account access seek for chocolate and milk. I'm just giving some name. So always it should be start with G or Y for your custom defined one. But if you choose alphabets also, no issues as of now, since it is a practice server. I'm just taking my table for access sequence. Let's try to determine fields how we have defined. So if you see, this is the extension for your structure KOMKCV. For this, if any new fields are defined, that need to be added. Let's save this. This is for access sequence. Let's go back and try to define your account determination types. Here, if you see, you don't have like pricing, you don't have any definition for your condition type. This is just for the namesake for posting the values we are using. We don't have any attributes like how your pricing condition type we have. So here, what is this? This is for your finance posting. This is for your controlling posting. We'll have KYFI and KYFK. If you have something at a controlling level also, you can able to define it. Let's try to copy these two, like a COFI we define, and let's try to put it COFK. Okay. When it comes to our access sequence, we already defined COFI. We'll select this one. If you see exclusion and free goods and your material determination, you have valid from and valid to. There is nothing like validity. It will be like a continuous process. Once you define your procedure, whenever the day you created the billing documents, your accounts will be posted. You cannot say like to the system certain days this concept need to work for certain customers and all. This is the bill will be generated all the time. That's why you don't have valid from and valid to here. This is one of the observation. Okay, so now we defined. Now define and assign your account determination procedure. So what you in standard you have something called KOFI. So let's try to create it COFI C&M procedure. Just put it account determination procedure. Let's select this and try to place account types. Okay, here you try to understand. Okay, before saving this, let me show you something in standard. I need to tell this point, otherwise your account determination will not work for you. So let's go back. Let's put the save changes. So that means only procedure I defined. So if you go for your standard procedure to control data, if you see the same step number will be used and you have a counter increment 1 and 2. Okay. So that means you can able to use the same step number, but you can use the counter for two different condition types. Counter, I think I already explained you at the time of pricing concept. This is how you need to place your condition type for your finance and controlling, because these two are not for any other department. So that's why you can use the similar step number. This condition type is for financial posting. This is for your controlling posting in standard. But if you clearly observe, we have requirements. 3 means without CO account assignment. That means it is useful for your finance. 2 is for your CO assignment. That is for useful for your controlling. So this is description. 3 indirectly it is saying without CO means this you can use it for finance. It will work for real account posting. And 2 is for directly it is for controlling. This is how we should be careful while choosing the requirement here. Without means CO means this is for your finance. Let's go back in our procedure. Sorry, in our procedure, if you go to the control data, go to the new entries, choose the similar step, and you choose the counter 1 and counter 2, and one is COFI instead of KOFI in standard. COFK, this is for controlling. So finance is without CO assignment. That means you have to choose the 3 always. So this is for CO. This is predetermined. Until unless if you find any special requirement your finance side, you can always use your standard. But in 99% of my projects where I work, they have used the standard only. I don't find any separate requirement at procedure level. So now you define your procedure. Now you can able to assign your procedure for the billing document where you wanted to work. So if you see FI standard, it is assigned KOFI 100. So here now we are defining our own procedure. Let's save this. In next session we are going to see further configurations, how the GL account determination will work.